Welcome back to another Guardian Tales video. Today we find ourselves in Camazone. Now this is after the update, of course, and in this update they've changed a couple things. So what you're looking at is one of the new artifacts. There's a couple new things in here. There's some earpods, whatever they call them. I haven't run into any of those, but we'll look into those if we see those in the future. But today's video is all about crit hit multiplier, which I guess you could call as a critical damage. But we got a bunch of it. I'm not saying this is the optimum strategy, but it's definitely worth testing, and it is fun, and it's fairly effective. Again, I'm not saying it's optimal, I'm not saying it's BIS, but we'll be talking about this. So the update came, they removed one or more artifacts. I know they removed the mask that gave you 50% healing whenever you killed an enemy. That obviously that was super duper strong. That was allowing people not to use healers and stuff, and that's probably not what they want when they're trying to push a new healing character. It's like, you know, if you're getting a ton of heals from killing stuff in Camazone, do you really need to go get Maya? Maybe not. Maybe it's unrelated, but it's probably not. So anyways, that is gone. It was super strong. I wouldn't be surprised if it came back in some sort of nerfed way, but with that gone, we've got some new things, and that's what we're talking about. So I haven't seen a higher version of the Opera Glass. I haven't seen a higher crit item yet. Maybe there is, but this is the best thing I found. And then I stacked a bunch of these. Honestly, I was going for my typical strategy of getting at least 2 of the skill regen ones and then stacking a bunch of skill damage. That's worked great for me because it's offense, it's defense, it's range, it's melee, it's very effective. However, these skill regen ones, they used to give you a minus 10% attack. Now they give you a minus 20% attack, so really got to think about it now. But anyways, all right, so this is what we will be running. We got a bunch of these tickets for you. Also, if you go into your hero panel, and if you click it in the bottom center of the screen, right under Aoba, you see those little squares, the little diamonds, little squares. If you click on those, it will show you all your stuff added up. So crit hit multiplier. I don't know if this takes into account diminishing returns. Am I really getting 700% crit multiplier, or is it diminishing returns in some way? I don't know. I'm going to assume that it's not, because it'd be nice if they would tell me, but whatever. You get your Haven Hold bonuses and your collections and all your other stuff, so good to know that button does exist. Before we do all this stuff, I want to go back, and I actually want to do some 100 gem pulls. Just get these out of the way real quick. If you've missed it in my previous videos, we got the weapon for both of these heroes. And so pulling the hero would be amazing. It would mean I wouldn't have to use mileage. Usually if there's a blue sticker on the front, you're only going to get one of these kind of heroes. You need a red sticker on the side to get anything special. So there we go. Hero crystals, not a bad exchange, not horrible. The value is there. And if we could get this hero, it would be awesome. But we're going to continue pulling this throughout the entire event. I'm going to be a very patient boy. I'm going to wait to use my mileage until the last possible moment. Hopefully I get one or both of these girls and I can save this mileage and do something cool with it. You never know. I might use it to limit break a weapon. I might use it to wait for some super crazy new hero that's coming in the game. By the way, the new hero is already on the Korean server, so if you want to hear about that, you can find it. I'll probably mention it in a future video, but I'll give you guys a couple days if you want to avoid spoilers and stuff. But I will say the new hero looks interesting, could be a part of the meta PvE and maybe PvP. We don't know. We'll have to see. But like I said, we got this weapon, and I got a really good roll on it. I didn't have to do any re-rolls, so feeling pretty good. But if I did get another one, I could limit break it, and that would be awesome. I'm thinking that the team that I'm almost done working on is the team that I'll be using for a long time, and that would be either Marino or Agma. Those are both essentially finished, except for limit breaking their gear. And then we'll have Maya when we need a healer, and then Nari and Bari, and if I need a melee, I've got Eugene. So I feel that is stretching myself thin enough. And this is our last pull here. Bum ba da bum. No big deal. You're gonna have a bunch of days where you don't get anything, but I think it's around like 1 out of every 30 pulls you're gonna get an exclusive weapon, or you're gonna get an exclusive hero. And of course you're getting all this mercy currency along the way. You're getting tons of magic medals and hero crystals and mileage and all that, so not a bad deal. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, let me just double check that I got all these things. My strategy is to wait for some sort of holiday that gives you a really good gem value, like X3 or better. Grab some gems if you're feeling up to it, and then I use the gems exclusively on these 100 gem pulls, because then you're getting 3x value times 3x value, and that's That's the best way if you want to do it. And then of course you'll get free gems along the way just from doing events and ranking and PvP and stuff like that. And then when I get a bunch of free gems, I'll throw it at a hero that I want. And we threw 16k free gems at these banners, got nothing, and then in my next 100 gem pulls and magic metal boxes, we got what we needed. So, other thing I want to talk about is the shop. The shop max level is level 5, which is kind of unique from everything else, but you can't really see it here. It's kind of grayed out. Always look for legendary awakening stones. You should always try to save like 900 free-to-play gems, because you can get these things. So we just got a ton of awakening stones, and they're so difficult to get. You want to upgrade your shop as soon as you can, get it to level 5, and like I said, save 900 free-to-play gems, because you can buy this thing 3 times, and that is a massive source of awakening stones for you, which is really big bottleneck. And like I said, we're getting ready for Nari, or not Nari, we're getting ready for Bara, we're getting ready for Maya, so I need to kind of get that stuff ready to go. Anyways, all right, let's actually do Camazone, like I said I was gonna do. And here we go. All right, what are we looking at? Dun, dun, dun. Looks good to me. Okay, so like I said, 700 crit damage, 30% crit chance. I haven't done the math or added up how much crit chance my heroes have on their own, that kind of stuff. I'm probably not overcapped. It's only 1 crit item. Maybe 2 crit items would be better, but I actually honestly haven't run into them. And I was almost curious to wonder if they took out the 30% crit chance item, because I just hadn't seen it until like a level ago. But whatever, we're happy with this. The thing with the skill regen though is, if, for example, I use Marina as my hero leader. Hey, there's another one, and that is the Lonely Right Ear I was talking about. Attack. Interesting. So you get party defense. This is my first time seeing this. You get party defense, and if you have the other side, you get 90% attack. That is pretty cool. I'm probably not going to go that way because I want to kind of keep doing this route, but I'm kind of kicking myself. I wish I knew how much crit I had on all my guys, because if I had like 40% crit on everybody, getting the extra crit chance here would be pretty good. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Take out one of those. I'm not going to do the math during the video, but later on I'll check and see. You unpack your things. You unpack your things to reorganize. You feel strong vibration from the ground. The floor splits open. It's an earthquake. Grab your bag first. I feel like if I start running, it's going to steal one of my artifacts, and that's going to screw me over. If I grab my bag first, maybe I'll take damage. Yeah. Whatever. Hopefully we'll get a heal. Let's see. Quickly grab your bag. Delayed you a couple seconds. Earthquake hits. Making you fall and tumble. No items are lost, but the damage you took or not. So yeah. That's not too surprising. So hopefully, and just to check, I think it's, yeah, every single hero I own took 20% damage. Interesting. What you could do before the question mark levels is you could actually swap in a garbage team. It wouldn't help in this example, but if you feel like it's one of those levels where it's like one of your random teammates dies, which we haven't run into, but there's a good chance we might run into something horrible like that in the future, you could swap in a garbage team, hit the question mark, and then figure it out from there. All right, we're holding our finger over the pause button. We didn't get any healing in because our damage was so freakishly high there. Well, I don't know if crit or crit damage helps healing either. They could go either way on that one. I'm not going to bother guessing. Hopefully we can get some heals. Let's do that swap, and feeling okay about this. But future videos to look forward from me is Bari. As soon as we get Bari, I can max limit break her. Oh, somebody died. We're gonna have to reset this a lot. But yeah, we'll max limit break her. She's got a pretty well rolled weapon off the first pull I got. Feels pretty good. Oh, this might be rough since I have 0 defense at all. Our plan might be backfiring us. We're finally up at high enough levels that it's a real problem. Yeah, that's not good. This might be a quicker video, and that's one of the reasons why I like the weapon skill regen strategy, because it's offense and defense at the same time. So this might be GG. faster chains, faster heals, all that stuff. Good God, we're getting murked. We're getting murked. This is going to be a bad video. Alright, what can I possibly do to make this better? I don't really think we have much in the way of options. Having Maya would be great, but we're going to be patient on that. I'll just keep running a couple times and we'll see if we can do anything. Maybe I'll back my heroes up as far as possible just to delay and possibly get a chain skill. But I don't see that happening. That's a lot of damage, dude. Even if your whole team dies, if you're quick, you can exit out just like that. What the hell can I do? God damn it. Next time I'll move heroes back and see if it makes any difference, but I think we're just gonna keep running into... Good God. So much damage. Bum bum bum. Let's do... Probably won't make any difference, but you never know. Maybe if I can split the enemy damage across all my heroes. Losing that 20% health is not great. We got a little bit of a heal going on there. Boom. Tons of dead. Let's do 2 more runs like this. But it looks like we have 0 chance because we have no defense. Huh. We were steamrolling everything up until this point. And we really didn't run into any defensive artifacts, so I really don't feel too bad about that. We didn't run into any good defense before now, with the exception of the earpiece. And I was talking to some of the mathy boys in Discord, and the way they did the math is that you want different damage multipliers because they all multiply against each other. If you do something like all skill damage or all crit damage, it's all additive with itself, so you're getting a little bit more. I think you're getting like, if you do it this way, you're getting like X7. If you do it the other way, you're getting a little bit of utility and you're getting like X7.6. So that's something to think about. All right, 2 more, and then we'll just reset. But yeah, I'd feel a lot worse if, let's go back to the old positioning, if I had the option to get a bunch of defense and other things here. We did pass up 1 skill regen, but the purpose of this was kind of testing and seeing what's what, and I think we have been successful in that regard. This is our first loss since the reset of the Camazone season, so that's something we can get a little bit further with this crazy strat, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Whale. A little bit anticlimactic, but important to get the info out there. We're just double checking things. I don't think there's anything we could do. I really do think it would be cool if they would take all the artifacts you have, convert it to silver, then take all the silver you have and convert it to bottle caps. Because a lot of people were confused on this, and the first time I saw it, I was confused as well. When you finish a challenge, you think that you're going to get that 3.7k bottle caps, and then when you exit out and finish it, you're like, whoa, where are my bottle caps at? What happened? This is the amount of bottle caps that you got the entire time you were farming. This is just saying, hey, on this run, you got this much. This is not how much you're going to get for cashing out now. And like I just said, I still think you should convert the artifacts to silver, convert the silver to bottle caps, and then that way I'd be getting like, 500 or 1,000 more caps, and it wouldn't feel so kind of meh for cashing out, you know what I'm saying? But will that happen? I don't know. It's already super generous, the whole Camazone thing, giving you a lot of rewards that were difficult to get anyways, but whatever. And let's go. Let's start at 4-6. All right, so another crit multiplier. Do I want to do Tree of Wealth? The thing with Tree of Wealth is it gives you 10 extra silver coins, and one of these high grade artifacts costs 100 silver coins, so you have to kill 10 levels for it to break even on that, if you think about it that way. So I'm just whatever. Lonely Left Ear. So was this the other earpiece that the other AirPod thing was talking about? So they need them both together? I think it's not, because it doesn't show like the set bonus, but it is the best pick in that moment, I do believe. And then I don't use Earth Heroes really. I'm never a really big fan of the when downed, when injured, when whatever. I don't feel like it looks so good. Bunch of shield every X amount of time. Melee defense kind of sounds okay. Good against bosses and stuff. Not a great pick. And early on when I was talking about Camo Zone, I was like, I don't know if skipping levels is any good because it gives you such a small selection of artifacts versus what you would get if you pushed from level 1. And a lot of times you get some bad stuff. However, if you reset like I just did and you hate the pulls that you got, you can always just reset again or just go back to level 1. So you might as well just take a peek. So for example, we reset to level 6. Take a peek, see what you get from skipping to level 6. If it's garbage, you can choose to run it or quit out or whatever. So I do think the skip is actually better. And I still don't know if skipping more to like higher than level 8 will give you more than 8 choices on artifacts, or if 8 is the maximum, the cap of artifacts. Still haven't tested that one out, so that's kind of what we need to do. Because it's whatever level you skip to. I guess you would have to skip to level 9. Because if you skip to 9, I think you get 8 choices. So if you skip to 10, do you get 9 choices, or is it just stuck at 8? Do I want to go to the shop? I'm not going to have any money, so I don't want to go to the shop. That's how we're doing that. Let's get away from Fire Girl. And yeah, a little bit anticlimactic on the crit damage choice thing. I kind of thought it was going to end that way, but I was hoping I'd get to like level 12 again and end that way. But I think the skill regen artifacts were carrying me so much, which is why I was able to get to level 12 and stuff. I don't know if they've added it in this update or if it's in the next update. They're adding a leaderboards, a ranking thing to this whole mess. So I don't know if it's going to say who has gone the furthest or if who has gathered the most bottle caps in total or both or whatever. Oh, there's a ranking button right here. Let's check that out. Oh, and you get to see what's going on. So, oh, these guys are on 12, man. Although they could probably go further. This is cool. This kind of lets you know where you're at, what you've been doing. The highest I got to last season was I could not beat the boss on 12, but we were able to get to 12 a couple times and get to 11 and 10 and a bunch. But very interested to see what these guys go to. And you can see the meta on artifacts. So this is what they're talking about. Lonely right ear, lonely right ear, lonely left ear. Yeah, that's the one. So if you get the lonely left ear and that one, looking pretty good here. So one of these, got that, some range defense. And then here, is he running the same thing? He doesn't have the left ear. Lonely right ear. So is he missing out on all those 90s because he doesn't have a lonely left? But you see how they're splitting up? They're getting a bunch of different multipliers. They're not just stacking one thing. That's kind of cool. All right, let's keep things popping. Let's keep things moving so the video is not insanely long. It'll be long, but not hopefully insanely long. We'll burn off these attacks, and then we're going to eat some food. I am starving. My arms are so burnt out that I could barely hold the phone. But we're doing it for you guys. Anywho, yeah. So we're going to keep doing the 100 gems. If we pull one of the girls, we're going to push them up pretty big. If I get Maya, I'll take her to 66. And then I'm going to wait to MLB on Bari. And then I'll come back and I probably will MLB max limit break Maya after that. I should be able to limit break her once or twice with maxing Maya. I could just do the math and then not have to wait, but whatever. There is a new reset in the game that completely resets everything off a hero. And what people are doing is if, let's say, let's use my idol Eva for example. Let's say I did not use any hero crystals to buy Eva shards. I only did the evolution dungeon, so I farmed all her shards up to 5 stars. If I did the complete hero reset, it would it would give me back all the resources spent into her, which means since giving back evolution stones would be kind of useless, it's converting them into hero crystals. So, and the reason I mention it is because it might be changed soon, because it seems super strong. But what some people are doing is that crit chance kind of good, man. Hit points everywhere. What else? Let's do some crit. What they're doing is they're resetting a hero that they have farmed all the way up to 5 stars, and they're getting like 540 or 580 hero crystals from doing that. So essentially, you're converting the big hero reset into a bunch of hero crystals. You're also getting everything else that you put into them. I think you're getting experience and awakening stones and all that other stuff. But essentially what I could do is I could just farm Idle Eva, burn my hero reset on her, get hero crystals, and then use that to max my Maya. And then if I wanted, I could farm my Idle Eva up again. So that's what people are doing at the moment. And it seems so strong and such a really powerful way to get hero crystals that I'm wondering if it's going to be nerfed or changed in the future. So I kind of feel like I need to get on that. However, grinding Idle Eva all the way up to 5 star would take me a very long time. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's so strong that it's kind of making me think, would it be better for me to grind my Idle Eve up to 5 stars, reset her, use that to limit break my Maya as high as she can go? That might be like a +4 Maya or something. We're taking a lot of damage. Can I get some heals? Heals going out. Come on. More chain skills. Nice heals. I really missed that mask artifact because that thing was so freaking good and broken. We do have one of these guys that is immune. She's gonna die. So yeah, it might be the best strat to farm my Idle Eva up to 5 star, reset her, use the hero crystals. And I think there's a couple ways for you to get those reset stones. We get one from just logging into the event, I believe. And then I think you can get like 2 more through newbie quests, and then it's going to be very, very rare after that. But I don't really plan on needing to reset heroes. You know, the meta could shift. For example, I could put all this effort into Bari, and then like 2 weeks from now they completely nerf her or something that I'd want to reset her. So saving one of the resets might make some sense, but I don't really see that happening. Everything's been so stable for a long time. Hit point recovery on enemy kill. So this is a nerfed version of the 50% one. It's probably still pretty good, man. But that's what I'm thinking. It might make more sense to farm up Eva, reset her, and limit break Maya, or just have the currency to limit break Maya instead of just 5-starring Maya. Now, of course, you can't limit break anything until you 5-star. I get that, but the reason why I would hustle is because the chance of them nerfing the hero crystal from the reset. That would be the reason why I want to hurry on that. But I don't know how much hurrying I can do. It's going to take like a month to 5-star a hero from 3-star. Speaking of Evo dungeons, the strat that I have semi-intentionally gone for has been not doing a mono element team and just picking best in slot heroes. And it just so happens that I have 1 hero from each element. And the upside of that is when you farm to 5-star them, you 5-star all the 2-star heroes of the same element. So all of my basic 2-star heroes are almost, they're almost 5-starred. Same thing with water. We had the Marina event, so I was able to 5-star Marina before 5-starring all the other stuff, so she happened really fast. And then fire. But what's going to happen is if I do Eva, I'll finish all my basic. If I do Maya, I'll finish all the fire, and then I guess I could just put some shards or put some time into Bianca and get her up, and then that would finish all my water. Then I'll have all the 2-stars done. Of course, they can add in new 2-stars, and you gotta figure out how you're gonna deal with that, but whatever. All right, so didn't really show what I intended to show today, but we did show a lot of stuff, so it's probably worth putting this vid up there for the peoples. What else can I show at the moment? We are Gonna start doing this one. And I mentioned it before, and I still haven't taken any time to do research. If you look at my thing here, if I get this up to level 10, the hero cap stays at 55. So even though I have 60 heroes and I can get up to 63 heroes, or 64 heroes now, I think it's 64, the hero cap doesn't increase. And my production's already green. So leveling up the other buildings doesn't increase my SP per hour. I tested that once. I might need to test it again and fact check that. But yeah, I don't think upgrading these helps. And I've got all the buildings up to 7. And so what I'm doing is I'm just maxing out Tower of Strength, the Tower of Hit Point percent, the Tower of making your followers visit you more often. This thing maxed up at 5 already. And then we're just gonna do the tree to get more bank. And then we'll eventually get this up to 10. What do we get from getting this up to 10? I don't know. I guess I could look. I can upgrade my buildings to 10. So then I come back here and I would get this to 10 and then finish this one. And I guess just for no other reason than just doing stuff, I could finish all these production buildings. I don't know where they're going with that. But it's fun. A lot of these games have like a little town-based thing. I think this is done pretty well. I think it's fun. One of my favorite home-based things, because a lot of people in games are like, oh, I want to have a home, I want to have a guild hall, I want to have those things. And a lot of games just kind of throw them in there, and it's really just like, meh, we could have done without this. The best game that ever had like a home-based kind of situation was actually WildStar, that MMO from Carbine, I think is what it was. That game was actually quite fun, but they messed up the launch and they messed up the marketing, so the game flopped over time. But you can still take away really good fun things. And what was cool about the home base in WildStar was that you could customize your house and you could put trophies from killing bosses and PvP stuff there. All the customization was there. But it also had a crafting element to it, so you could have a garden with a bunch of stuff. And that's not new. We've seen that before. And you can also have like a little meat rack where you're hanging meat up to dry and making jerky or whatever. So you had the crafting element too. But what was cool about it is if you had a friends list, and anybody on your friends list, if you enabled it, could come to your house and they could harvest all of your crops. You know, they could come over there and pull your turnips and blueberries and whatever the heck's going on. They could harvest your meat. And what was cool about it is you could set the percentage. So you could say if somebody comes to my town, comes to my house, if they harvest, I keep 50% of the yield and they get 50. Usually I think it was like a 20-80 or a 90-10 kind of split. But what's kind of cool is that's how that worked. And I think it was instanced. So I could go and visit all my friends' houses once a day, and they could go visit all their friends' houses once a day. It wasn't like I show up to a house and then somebody else had picked all the blueberries or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it was instanced, and there's a lot of profit there. And there's like crafting rings where they would have a big ring of friends list stuff and just jump around and do all that kind of stuff. That was kind of cool. I'm not necessarily saying that should be in a game like this. It's something to think about though. Some sort of like, you know, hey, I'm coming to your town, I'm gonna do some stuff. It had the interactions there. It was fun. The rewards were worth it. And it's one of those things. It's nice to have games like this where there's stuff to do, but it's very chill. You know, you're watching some YouTube, you're chilling, you're listening to some music, you're coming to walk through. And it also gave you a reason to go visit all your friends' houses. That's one of the things. You could have a cool guild hall or a cool house that had all the coolest things there, oh my goodness, and no one ever had a reason to come and see it. It might be cool for you because you could come back after doing raids and go put stuff in your stash or whatever. And you'd see like, you know, some dragon's head or whatever. But there was no reason for other people to come and check your stuff out. But now it's like, all right, I need to go get some basil. So I'm gonna go over to you know, Crispy's house and let me grab some basil. Oh my goodness, he killed that giant dragon. Look at that, man. He made a house out of a dragon. It's crazy. Anyways, that's rambling. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Heads up for more content from me in the future. Let's look at those items that I talked about pulling. So we got this one. If you want to see your ranges, you go to option change. So pretty good on damage. It's not max, but it's high. And then we're maxed on weapon skill regen speed, which could be useful for fighting stuff like Ogma. Skill damage is very high. Hit points pretty high. We didn't get the defense, which kind of sucks, but you know, whatever. But that was without doing any rerolls on that, so I'm probably gonna chill there for quite a while. And then Shangri-La is the weapon for Maya. Am I lagging? Nope, we're not lagging. Okay. Over here, we are maxed on damage. We are pretty high on healing. We are very high on skill damage. We are low on hit points, but we're in the middle on defense, or maybe a little bit lower than the middle on defense, but still, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm pretty okay with that. Pretty okay with that. And that's all worth talking about. Bum, bum, bum. All right, boys. That's all I got to ramble about. We will do some arena at the arena time. I know my videos have been a little bit delayed and schedule's a little bit weird, but we're still making content. We're still doing big things. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video.